I finished this piece that I showed a couple days ago. One of the things I want to do when I start this channel is eventually I'll start showing the process of how I'm doing things. But I also want to show kind of like the mistakes I make, and if it helps anybody, that'd be great. Or if anybody notices I do something wrong, please comment. But I know jack about machining wood. I'm learning all this. Also, finishing wood is something I'm learning along the way too. So any pointers would be helpful. So I want to talk about this for a minute. And I'm going to point out all the flaws real quick. In there is one little mistake. This is supposed to be completely symmetrical to this, but one little detail triangle right there I missed. That's over here. I don't think anybody would notice if I don't point it out, but that is something that kind of bothers me. It almost made me want to just scrap the whole thing when I noticed. It's just, I'm like that type of person. But anyway, that's not the big deal. Number one, this lip here and this pocket are way too different of a diameter. Without the magnets, it slides around quite a bit. It just seems very flimsy. That's not a big deal. Next time what I'll do is I'll cut one and then cut the other one the same size, fit test it, and then adjust until finally there's like a slip fit. Like it's not like you have to force it together, but you just it just slides right in like a perfect glove fit, for lack of a better term. Right? The magnets are great. They're strong. They do the job. It's got a nice tactile feel to it when it closes. I love that. I'll talk about the finish last. Secondly, right here, I don't know if you can see that. There are vertical lines there, and 180 degrees away, there's two vertical lines there. Those are burn marks. So what I do is the tool goes around the part, goes a little deeper, goes around the part, and then on the last depth, instead of going all the way around, it raises up, comes over, comes back down, raises up, comes over, comes back down. That's so that when the part is completely cut out of the piece of material, this isn't free to move around, fly around. A couple things could happen if you let that happen is you fuck up your piece, excuse me, or you could actually break your end mill too. You could break your tool. So I do the tabs, but the problem with the tabs is it stays in one spot for too long, comes up and comes back, comes down, so it ends up burning the wood. At least that's definitely what it is. There is another option, and that is to do 3D tabs, where instead of coming around stopping, going straight up and over and then down, it'll ramp up, ramp down, and keep going, and it never stops. I've never done that before, but I know it exists in VCarve, the software I use. It just didn't occur to me when it would be useful, and now I know. Okay, so the last thing I did that I was kind of an issue is that I sprayed the whole thing with shellac, and with the intention on finishing it with polyurethane. But the problem with that is the shellac I used had wax. It's the aerosol kind. I don't know if that kind comes de-waxed. Maybe somebody can let me know, but mine didn't. So I sprayed it a few times, looked really nice. It would have been actually probably good to just finish it that way, nice and natural. But I don't know what I'm doing, so did that, and then I watched the video and I found out that the one with wax, polyurethane, doesn't stick to it really well. So at that point I just had to sand everything off, sand off all the shellac as best I could on the top and the bottom of both parts. and then I used a different clear coat that adheres really well. I forget what it's called. It's just some odd thing. think it's really meant for when you're gonna paint something afterwards. So I did that, and then I put polyurethane on it afterwards, 4 coats of it, and I'm happy with it. Looks really good, nice and shiny, protected. I may hit it with one more coat. I may sand this with 400 grit, and then one more coat of polyurethane. I think it'll look even better. Also, I may try to remove those burns a little better, but honestly, it's fine. It's my first try. Anyway, that's it. For those of you who are watching, thanks for watching, and stay tuned. I got some other pretty neat projects in the works that I've been programming in my software here, VCarve. Alright, so stay tuned, and thank you.